Hey friends, Stacy with Kzoo Keto. Got another Let's Try It video coming at ya, and this is really Let's Try It because I have never had eggplant in my life because I was always a super picky kid. And those of you that have been watching for a while, you might think I'm still picky, but if you knew me even 5 years ago, I was a lot more pickier than I am now. So this is actually deviating from Joy-Filled Eats, because, you know, I've been making a lot of her recipes lately. This one is wholesomeyum.com, and it is her keto-friendly version of eggplant parmesan. We're gonna need spices. We've got Italian seasoning, black pepper, and sea salt. Moving on, we have coconut flour and almond flour, along with pork rinds crushed up. We have a high-speed blender. I put them in there and get them to a nice fine texture. We're also going to need 4 eggs, some fresh mozzarella slices, and I know it's kind of hard to see in this light, but that is an eggplant. Last, we'll need Parmesan cheese and marinara sauce. A show of hands, who has made eggplant parmesan? Who has cut an eggplant before? I have no idea what I'm doing. I had to Google how to even buy one. Slice it in 1/2-inch thick rounds and then place it on a single layer sheet to let it sweat. Supposed to sprinkle some salt on it. I guess that makes it less bitter. That is one step I am not skipping. I think I'm cutting it a little thinner than 1/2 inch. I don't know what these are. Seeds? I'm assuming? I don't know. Sprinkling with salt. Doesn't say to sprinkle just one side, so I'm assuming I flip it over. Sprinkle the other side. With more salt. Doesn't say how much salt, so I guess I'm just doing what I would do if I was making burgers. And now we leave it to sweat for an hour. Coconut flour. Forgot to get the garlic powder out in the beginning. These have sweat. You can see the beads of sweat. So now we're going to set the oven to 400 degrees. I think one thing I've learned in the time that I have been making breaded things is to double your breading mix and anything that goes in hand with that, because for some reason I always run out. All coated, all goopy, ready to go in the oven. Be back in a few. A little hard to tell, but these are done cooking. You can see they're a little bit more browned. Now it's on to the next step. First thing we do is put some marinara sauce on the bottom. Then we'll put a layer of eggplant slices. Then I got this handy dandy pre-sliced fresh mozzarella cheese, and we'll put one of those on top of each one. Then we do some more marinara sauce, more eggplant, more cheese. Now it goes back in the oven in this casserole dish for 15 to 20 minutes. So we'll see you when it's done. All done, let's try it. Dripping everywhere. It's very
Wow.
It's very juicy.
It really gets you turned on, huh?
It's very juicy.
Dripping everywhere.
Anyway, I'm going in with the confidence that a fork will cut it.
It doesn't cut the cheese.
It did not cut the cheese. What the hell?
And that's the part that I'm looking most forward to, is the cheese.
Why isn't it cutting the cheese?
No, it cut the cheese. It's gonna be smelly in here.
Alright, well, it's double layered, so... Well, there we go.
Cheese.
Have you had eggplant before?
I have.
In what form?
Similar to this.
Eggplant parmesan?
I think it was like a lasagna.
All right.
Have you had eggplant before?
I have never had eggplant. I'm trying to get a little bit bigger slice. Okay. I think Lucy would like to have. I'm a little nervous for this. Like, I know we went to 3 stores to find a freaking eggplant.
I don't think you'll hate it.
Okay. Like,
just make sure you get the cheese. It doesn't taste all like a whole lot of anything. So you're basically just eating like a noodle.
so I let it sweat long enough.
Yep.
Okay, well, here, let's try this then. Not the big one. These are some extra breaded that I had left over.
Cold.
Yeah. Kind of gushy in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Another lovely assistant. It's actually not bad.
Doesn't taste like eggplant. I'm not trying that though.
It doesn't taste like eggplant either. It's just a little gushy in the middle. It's like
That just tastes like the marinara.
what's the things? Remember the gummies that were like had the juice in the middle when we were kid, like Gushers or something? I never had them.
Gushers, yeah.
That's what that reminds me of. Is you bite it and it's like. So here's my thoughts on it.
Cool.
It is a good. It does really actually kind of remind me of lasagna. So it's a good alternative for noodles. So like maybe if you have one of those like, you know, that cuts off the long, you can cut off the long strips. You know, it's like a planer, but for vegetables. You could use that to make longer noodles. Of course, the dog's gotta get a drink now. You can use that to make longer, wider noodles.
Why do you gotta use eggplant?
Eggplant's bigger than zucchini.
It's rounder.
But it's, you get the big, wide, long noodles. Somebody out there knows what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. I'm just not gonna spare you. Because it's hilarious.
I don't know what it's called. Anyway. So I think it would be good. And it's perfect. Oh, a mandolin? See, I always think of that as like a, a guitar type thing. Definitely could do it for that. Or you can make it like this. I do not recommend it to be a weeknight meal. Unless you start it early or something. Cook these the night before. I don't know. Just do it on a weekend or a day that you have off. But it doesn't, like, I was afraid the eggplant was going to taste nasty. So that whole optional tip in the beginning of letting it sweat, let it freaking sweat. Because I think if I hadn't done that, it would be nasty.
It's not nasty. It doesn't have much flavor. And when you cook it, it reduces a lot of that.
No, I let it sweat.
Yeah,
so it took away the bitterness.
But the sweat, like you sweat, like you cut it and you just let it sit there for hours.
Well, yeah, and you sprinkle salt on it, which helps it cook.
Well, yeah, that helps. It gets rid of the moisture. Dry it up, which makes it a little easier.
And then, so I was concerned because it seems like every time we make a savory meal and use coconut flour, it always ends up tasting a little sweet. But I actually don't get that at all with this.
Well, you also have the marinara sauce, which is going to contrast that.
Yeah, but I mean, we've used coconut flour on, I think, in meatballs before, and they were weird.
It's kind of an interesting presentation. It's kind of like a sandwich.
It is. Like, I think had I made the full 2 pounds of eggplant, I would have been able to make like a bigger casserole.
So here's
you are supposed to layer it like that.
So here's the real question: are you having this for lunch tomorrow?
I probably can eat it a few times, but there's way too much there for me to eat it all. I can't do all that by myself for the rest of the week. No. But I have some leftover green bean casserole from Easter, so I can probably eat this for lunch tomorrow. Because you know what? I can reheat it and it's fast.
It's true. And it's already 10 o'clock at night and she started it at 5. So
No, it was like 5:30, 6 o'clock. But we had some errands we were running in between there.
4-hour tour.
So I would say if you're afraid to try eggplant, if you've never tried eggplant, go ahead, give it a shot.
Should I tell you the surprise that I have for you? I guess I could tell these viewers. So Stacy does not like cheesecake. She likes keto cheesecake. Right? You've made keto cheesecake a few times?
Yeah, I've only liked, yeah. 'Cause
So
I've tried regular cheesecake and I don't dig it.
right. So I ordered.
Can you just like
Wonder Monday. Have you heard of Wonder Monday?
I've never heard of one.
You've never Wonder Monday?
Is that somebody trying to like put a positive spin on Mondays?
No. Wonder Monday is endorsed, I believe, by Maria Emmerich.
Yeah.
And it is they make cheesecakes, like personal cheesecakes.
Okay.
Remember your key lime cheesecake that you got?
You know what? That one wasn't keto though.
I know.
But I did actually really like it.
And I think you're going to be getting a key lime keto cheesecake. So we get a variety pack from Wonder Monday coming that will obviously do a review on all of them. For you fine folks.
Stay tuned for the faces.
And the best part is it will probably be while we're camping. Our first video while we're camping.
Okay.
Sound like a plan?
Look for that in the future.
Yeah.
So this is the end of this video. Minus probably some bloopers that are a little further along. Thanks for watching, if you made it this far. Thanks for subscribing if you have subscribed. If you have not, consider doing so. We do put out movies. We put out videos. Sometimes they feel like a movie. We put out videos every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and it's a variety of things. It could be a let's try it video like this one. It could be a travel video because those are going to be coming up. It could be one of our very own recipes, which I am currently working on, a chaffle recipe. It's kicking my butt, but I'm trying. So be on the lookout for that. We have cookie recipes that are coming out at some point, and we'll see you next time. Actually, not from... That was lovely.
Repeat.
I have my lovely burpee assistant. You bite it and it's like...
There are other things that do that too.
That's just disturbing. What the hell are you doing? You're disturbing. I've lost my train of thought.
Choo choo!